I just did a video about safety, and I kind of wanted to continue a little bit. Um, there's so many different forms of safety that children need in the household for them to be productive human beings. Okay? And it's deeper than just having a man in the house or, uh, like, yeah, you could have a man in the house that you know will beat anyone's ass, but he also beats your ass. So that's not feeling safe. Your dad could be someone that can fight the world and defend the household, but he drinks and gambles, so bills don't get paid, and you guys move every couple months. That's safety, that's security, that's having people in and out of the house all the time. It's your kid's house too. It's your house, but it's their home as well. It's their house. And, they come out and see people in and out all the time, or, it's like, that's not feeling safe. That's not comfort. Your home is supposed to be your safe zone, your safety net. That's your cave. Everyone shouldn't have access to it. Another example of not feeling safety or secure, whatever, another butterfly, is, let's say you have a parent that's explosive. You got to walk on eggshells. And I don't know if you can hear the river line going, but like, that parent could, it might not put their hands on you physically, but they may argue with you often, pick at you often. It's very explosive in the household growing up, yelling and screaming and slamming doors and stuff like that. You don't feel safe like that. That's not a safety feeling. It's not safe. That's not comfortable. That's not, I hate when parents say, it's my house, it's my house. It's your house, the paperwork, but I have no choice but to live here as a child. I have no choice but to be here. You brought me here. So it's my house as well. I think that's where, now I'm going into a different topic, but that's like where the respect factor comes from in a household. It's my house, you do what I say, blah, blah, blah. They have to also realize you didn't ask to be here. But this is where you start growing when you become an adult and you do the work and you start growing. And you realize they didn't know no better. So no one taught them. And you got to look at their mom or their parents and keep going back. If you want to find out what's wrong with you, you'll do these steps. And then you'll figure it the fuck out. That's for sure. And just see where it went wrong. And that's where you fix it. You learn how to control your temper, or you're not going to drink anything. You're not going to do drugs. That you're not going to gamble because that wasn't a good feeling when you were a kid. You're not going to deal with an abusive partner. You're not going to deal with someone that's not good with their finances. But what sucks about when you don't do the shadow work to figure it out, you'll oftentimes run into the same person or feeling, or you run to the same person that gives you the same feeling that you don't fucking like. Because that's what you're accustomed to. But I really have faith in this, our generation, of getting it right. I have faith in all generations, not just this one. Because I know that if I came across someone's feed, it was for a reason. You needed to hear this. It's not your fault. You don't get over something. You get through it. Okay? Release it back into the universe. Do it for your bloodline. Do it for your kids. Do it for your grandkids. Do it for their kids and their kids and their kids. Because you know that feeling sucks, and you know that whatever comes from you will be better. That's the only job you really have, is to do your best. And I understand everybody does their best. I know. Now, if this is hitting a couple parents because they know, it's time for you to do the shadow work. It's time for you to take accountability. And it's time for you to apologize to your children, because that's normal. I apologize to my kids all the time. Because mommy's not always right. That's for damn sure. I'm learning too. I had my son when I was 16. But I know that whatever I was going through or have been through as a child, I don't want that for them. Or any offspring that comes from me. Them, whatever. All right, take that in, guys. I'm going to continue doing some work.